I've got no strings to hold me down. To make me fret, to make me frown. I've got... Ugh. Ugh. I felt like I was having a very appropriate dream, to say the very least. Oh, boy. Yep, I'm still in one piece. Well, I guess it's time we go look for Edgy Boy. After Asshole's defeat, I managed to get mixed up in all sorts of wild adventures. Long time passed in what seemed to be a blink of an eye. Well, I've only got one, so... make up your own joke. But on my travels, there was one thing I could never get out of my mind. Edgy Boy. What happened to him? Was he even still alive? He fell off a cliff, so my money is no. I realized it was time to embark on another journey. I thought back to what happened that day. Edgy Boy had fallen into the ravine with Asshole, but Asshole had survived, so it was possible that Edgy Boy had too. But even if he was still alive, it was likely that his manifestation had grown far worse. I think there's a cream for that. Edgy Boy knew exactly how far he could safely push the limits of the manifested power within him. However, when the time came, he purposely went beyond them, going even further beyond how Japanime. His words echoed in my mind. I know that my mind will not survive if I harness my complete power. The thought depressed me. Not really, he was a douche. If that's what had become of him, it was up to me to keep my promise. I spoke to robbers, bounty hunters, and others who made their living in the shadows, all in hopes of finding clues to Edgy Boy's whereabouts.
Yeah, that'd be the Black Demon. You know, he's kind of like the Azure Knights fellow way back.
You know, that's another reason I don't like Edgy Boy, because, quite frankly, he feels like a writer OC saying, see, he's cool. He's just as cool as the other people that everyone already thinks is cool. In fact, he's better.
I'd keep well away. Not worth the bounty money. If you ask me, elusive, cruel, devilishly fast, and wilier than a fox. I'd have survived long enough to even have a good look at him. We got an unspoken rule in the shadows, something that you just don't do, no matter how much money is on the table, not unless you got a death wish anyway. Huh? Where is he? Hell if I know. If I did, I'd make a quick buck selling information to some rich goody two-shoe who wants to play hero. Were you even listening to me?
Yes, but I'm stupid. Now the Black Demon, that was the first lead with potential I had come across. Perhaps this would put me on the right path to finding Edgy Boy. Thought about my next move. There was a limit to what I could accomplish alone. Needed help. Now the option I saw was the Aval organization. I couldn't be sure the lead was solid. However, this Black Demon definitely sounded like an outsider, so I felt I could be onto something. Natalie and Dion had told me if they had any information, they would send it a message. What's the point of waiting? I mean, what's the point of respecting the boundaries that people have set for me? If my travels had taught me anything, it was that I need to take the initiative to get anything done. So I decided to contact Aval through the secret channel they had provided me, just in case. Yes, that secret channel was channel number 3. The Almighty Channel. Driving by yourself is a lonely thing. I'm used to it. And I missed having good company. Yeah, I really do. The road was long, but eventually I arrived at a town that had seen better days. Oh, hey, is this my hometown? Following the instructions I'd been given, made my way to a lake on the outskirts of town and stood there holding an incense burner. Soon an agent from a Aval organization appeared and guided me to one of the organization's hideouts.
Edgelord, we've been expecting you. It's been a while. Yes, I'm fairly certain I've never done this voice for Dion before, but I keep forgetting how I'm supposed to talk.
Dion and Natalie were waiting for me. Apparently, Aval had been keeping close tabs on my movements. They had known I was coming. When I told them what I was doing and about this Black Demon, Dion fell silent for some time.
Naturally, we've been searching for Edgy Boy, but to no avail. Additionally, it's been difficult to continue our search.
Even our organization is fractious at times. Edgy Boy has been judged to be an outsider, but we are divided on whether he must be dealt with.
Aval doesn't does not compromise regarding outsiders. However, Edgy Boy served us well for many years, and his contribution to the fight against Asshole has made him a hero. Many of us believe it's too soon to pass judgment on him, and so our investigations have stalled while we bicker on what to do.
And besides, we don't even know whether he's still alive.
I asked them what they thought about the rumor I'd heard.
Huh. Well, we'd heard those rumors as well. However, we don't know if that is indeed an outsider, and have yet to organize an investigation.
And we have no reason to believe this black demon is Edgy Boy either.
However, if you're willing to help us with a little task, then we can mobilize some of our agents to gather information on its return.
I had no problem helping them, but needed to know what that entailed.
It's the astral fissures.
Not all have been dealt with. We are working on a way to take care of them ourselves, but you're the most efficient way of doing it that we know of.
As ever, our numbers are few. We know you no longer require the power of the fissures, but if you aid us, we'll aid you in return.
After some thought, I agreed to help.
Then it's settled. I shall tell you the location of an astral fissure. You can handle it yourself, if I presume.
Gave a small nod, and Dion told me the information I needed. Yeah, well, who needs you anyway? I'll do this alone, like usual. Oh. I'm just teleporting here. I didn't even have to walk. Okay. Not quite. I need another 2 levels, and I can use that really nice blade. The astral fissure was where Dion had said it would be. Unlike Yungang, the area was relatively unaffected, which was somewhat of a relief. I approached the astral fissure carefully, and a berserker appeared. Of course.
I risk my honor for victory.
Yeah, I don't have honor. I just kick you in the dick, throw sand in your face, pull out a bazooka, and shoot you point blank. I don't give a fuck. Wait, there's no bazookas in this world yet? Ugh, this world sucks. Why would anyone want to live on Earth?
Battle 1. Fight your
Hey, you've got an Edgelord sword too. You know, I know that this is supposed to be a similar blade to what I've been using, but I can't help but feel it looks absolutely nothing like what I've been using. Like, this blade's not curved at all. Dude, if you weren't able to land a hit on me, of all people, you need to rethink your existence. There. See? Now your existence has meaning. Yeah, I spoke too soon. I'm now getting my oh fuck. Oh fuck. I should have kept my mouth shut. I think I deserve it. You know what? No, I know I deserve this.
weak.
That didn't hurt as much as I thought it was going to, but it still hurt like a bitch. I deserved this.
Final battle. Fight.
He broke my jacket. Wait, did I still never put underwear on? What's wrong with me? Oh, that was actually kind of cool. Can you do that again? No, actually, don't do that again. I'm about to die, but they're still cool. That was still a cool move, man. You should be proud.
I fall on my face, death.
With the Berserker defeated, I walked over to the astral fissure. Hey, what's up, buddy? As I steadied my hand towards the astral... Stretched my hand, not steadied. I know what words mean. With the astral fissure, I felt two forces tugging at me from the other side. In my mind, I heard a voice from my dreams. The two swords appeared. Which symbol of power would I choose? Well, the golden sword already saved my ass, so I'm gonna stick with that one. Soon the astral fissure vanished. I felt an enormous surge of power flow into me. Power even stronger than what I had felt before. Perhaps it was because my connection with the sword slumbered within the astral fissure. It also grew in strength. Whatever the case, it seemed I still possessed the ability to absorb the fissures. Sweet. It's time to go back to Dion. Excuse me.
Your soul surges
Oh.
in your body.
I can equip that other sword now. So I'm gonna equip that other sword now. Watch, now that I've made that joke about that one sword not matching, this is gonna match again.
You did well. All thanks you, and so do I.
Once again, I found myself at the Apollo Organization base, meeting with Dion and Natalie. You know, I shouldn't be so weird being here. I freaking dress like him at this point.
Fortunately, the investigation into Sir Edgy Boy's whereabouts are proceeding slowly. However, I have read several reports about what may be the Black Demon. Of all agents in the number of different locations, have heard rumors of what's gathering information on outsiders.
Our agent reports contain information on where it was sighted, who is attacked, and when, so on. Alas, we can draw no clear conclusions yet.
Worse, those reports raise more questions than answers. With so many sightings spread out over such a large area, it's difficult to imagine that they all correspond to the same entity.
In other words, there's a good chance that these leads are red herrings, and it won't lead me to Edgy Boy or the Black Demon.
Do you still plan on pursuing this demon?
Well, duh, what else am I gonna do? I mean, I suppose I could go, pretend to drink lattes and martinis and, have people fanning me with, Coke palm fronds, but again, I'm a doll, I don't have a stomach, and I don't overheat. After a short pause, Natalie spoke.
I am not one to rely on people without being able to offer something in return. However, I would ask a favor of you. Find him for us. Find Edgy Boy.
I asked her what the plan was once Edgy Boy or the Black Demon was found.
I shall be direct. I want to be the one that kills him. Our purpose is to... and creed are absolute. Outsiders cannot be allowed to roam free, even if they were once one of us. Furthermore...
Natalie hesitated.
I think I understand him more now. Having to conceal his powers while working so hard for the sake of the organization must have torn him apart.
Yes, indigestion does that to me. Well, I mean, not in this world, but, when I can actually eat it does that.
So please, free him from his pain.
I showed she was dead serious.
Stop by again soon. In the meantime, we'll do our best to gather more accurate information.
Natalie and Dion bid me farewell, and I left the Evolve base behind. The information from the Evolve organization had hardly been enlightening, but I would surely have been more in the dark had I acted alone. And with that, I began my search for the Black Demon. That was it? Seriously? There was a whole separate whatever just for that. That is dumb, and so are you. Yeah, sorry. I'm done with you green things. I'm just trying to finish my adventure. Once drink has been sipped, my final thought was, how could it be possible for a Malfested to lurk in this town unnoticed? According to the Val's agent's report, a particularly cunning Malfested had wheeled its way into society by disguising itself as a merchant. The black demon was skilled at covering its tracks, something about that didn't feel quite the same. Malfested looked and acted just like other humans for a specimen with such guile. Interrogation would be pointless. What could I do? Sorry, my brain was telling me that was a term being used to describe it, not just interrogate. Yeah, don't mind me, I'm stupid. I tailed it until night. When I entered a dark, empty alleyway, I approached it.
Who's there?
I approached silently and the Malfested bolted hastily. I followed. I arrived at, or perhaps I should say, I was led to the port. The Malfested stood before me, sword in hand.
How'd you know?
Malfested was clearly panicked. Without a word, I readied my weapon. We're not even going to try and talk? Seriously? Are we for Rizzle? I mean, I know I'm the type of person to shoot first, ask questions only after they offer me, a plate of cookies or something, but come on, we're not even going to try and talk.
Battle 1. Fight.
Oh yeah, it is a new blade style, and wow, this is the worst one yet. It kind of looks like I was trying to be a JRPG protagonist, but realized that, I couldn't go all the way because I'm just a weak little baby woman.
Battle 2. Fight.
Oh dear. Please don't skewer me. I guess that was too much to hope that you wouldn't. Whew. That was easier than the last fight, that's for sure. The Fested was a powerful adversary. No, he wasn't. True, but it was unlikely that it was the Black Demon. I saw it. It was time to follow up on the next lead. So what? We just killed a guy who seemed to be, politely, doing business in a reputable town. We sure I'm not the bad guy here? Because I genuinely can't help but feel like we're just coming across, people just trying to do their best, live their lives, be happy, and I'm just stabbing them in the butt. We arrived at the destination. According to information I received from the organization, Malfested lurked in this forest. The average person would never set foot in here, but the hunters who braved these woods were known to disappear, just like all my future prospects. The density of this tree made for plenty of blind spots, an ambusher's dream. It's no wonder few ever saw this creature and lived to tell the tale. Infested here could indeed be the Black Demon. My heart pounded, made my way into the depths of this shadowy forest. I don't have a heart. Who are we kidding? Almost immediately I was attacked. My attack, however, was not human. It was a lone wolf. I'm used to fighting wild beasts. I knew tough battle lay ahead. Tried to escape my bestial assailant, but pursued me with dogged persistence. That's funny. And speed. Perhaps this creature was Malfested. The moment I finally landed what I thought was a decisive blow, a whistle pierced the air, and the wolf retreated into the darkness of the trees. Apparently the wolf had an owner. Following the trail of blood, I arrived at the clearing while a Malfested hunter was crouched next to the wounded wolf.
So, the hunter becomes hunted.
Without a word, I readied my weapon. Maybe this is why all my relationships don't last. I'm, stab first, talk about our feelings never. I mean, I think I, did a good job when I was, married to Isolde. We had a wonderful little shop selling, food, wares, hard drugs. in raising two wonderful little girls by giving them knives for gifts instead of, you know, anything remotely safe for children that age. Or then, how about, you know, when me and Hugo got together and we raised a wonderful little Munchie Puff girl. I mean, sure, we made lots of questionable decisions by having her fight giant Munchie Puffs with us, but, you know, we wiped the world of Ash, so you're doing something right, right? And you bite the dust. Hey, if you don't know how to use the two weapons, don't use two weapons. Good stuff. The malfested hunter looked the life of the wounded wolf. Took the life of the wounded wolf. In order to prevent its suffering. This was not something I would expect from the Black Demon, so unlikely that my target was elsewhere. You know, I'm gonna get the reputation of the blue-eyed bastard, just going around and killing people for seemingly no good reason. Anyway, this can so far prove fruitless. This pace I would never find the Black Demon or Edgy Boy. I thought back to the promise I made him. Kill me. No matter what difficulties I faced, I could never give up. Once again, I went to meet Dion and Natalie. When I arrived, I told them how poorly things had gone.
I see. Well, you'll not be pleased to know that our efforts have been similarly disappointing. However, certain facts have become clear. Firstly, the Black Demon is said to use a sword. Secondly, it operates only at night. Thirdly, after analyzing a few eyewitness reports, we can now say with certainty that the demon's actions are similar to those of an outsider. This indicates that it's no longer in control of itself, so all this means...
Dion paused.
It's highly likely that if the organization found out, they would classify the demon as an outsider.
If the Black Demon is indeed Edgy Boy, we'll need to prepare ourselves to accept that.
Nanny and I are doing what we can to keep this information quiet for now.
Dion unraveled a map on the table.
This may help somewhat. It shows every location where the Black Demon's been sighted.
We have removed the relevant sighting locations from the map, based on the skill level of the victims, the appearance and weapons used by the assailant, and so on. However, the dearth of witnesses means we cannot guarantee the vitality of our information.
The three of us shared our thoughts as we looked over the map. Despite talking for hours, we could not reach any concrete conclusions on where or how to continue the search. The data was just too scarce.
I've been wondering, what did Edgy Boy do before joining Laval?
Now, this question was sudden and unexpected.
I believe Sir Edgy Boy has always been part of the organization.
Not quite. It is true that he was raised by the organization from a young age, but if I remember correctly, he and Sir Curtis were from the same area.
Well, in that case, I suppose Sir Edgy Boy is from somewhere in Scandinavia.
So it's unclear how exactly he came to join the Hall.
Thinking back, Edgy Boy had spoken about missing his homeland and let slip that he endured fierce blizzards there. It would make sense if he was from somewhere in the north.
We will continue our investigation.
You do the same.
Keep your wits about you. The information we have on the Black Demon suggests it's no ordinary outsider. Even if you find it, approach it with caution and retreat at the first signs of danger. Remember, you're not alone.
I nodded and then set out again. The information I obtained from Dion and Natalie, I was able to surmise approximately where Edgy Boy's homeland was. Up to that point, I had been on a wild goose chase. I'd learned some small things about the Black Demon, but had no true leads. This time, however, I had an inkling. I was heading the right direction. Before me lay a sublimely beautiful sight, rugged land of great glaciers and awe-inspiring visuals. The cold, however, was less pleasant. I'm a doll. I don't give a fuck. If I was careless, I'd freeze to death. I lit a fire and warmed myself, and now I'm just melting my plastic. No moon shone in the sky that night. The soft shadows seemed to absorb all sound, silencing the calls of the beast and bird. The crackles of my campfire seemed deafening. Before I heard footsteps crunching through the snow. The steady 1-2 rhythm indicating a human. I was unable to ascertain how far away they were, but they seemed to be headed towards me. Not wanting to take any chances, I readied my weapon. The footsteps grew nearer, then stopped. The fire crackled, called out, but received no reply. A piece of wood from the fire snapped with a loud crack. Oh, hi, Edgy Boy. A beastly cry filled the air, and the shadowy assailant jumped out of the darkness. Barely able to deflect the lightning-fast slash. In the glow of the fire, I could just make out a swordsman in a black uniform of the Evolve organization. His mad blood-red eyes caught mine, and a chill ran up my spine. It was Edgy Boy. Excuse me. Twice. 3 times our weapons clashed. It was clear that I was the prey, and not the predator. Dion's words flashed through my mind. I kicked the logs on the fire into the air. A piece of burning wood struck Edgy Boy in the face, sending him reeling back. With a flash, I turned and ran for my life. Behind me, I heard terrifying howls echoing through the chilly night air. As I feared, the Black Demon was indeed Edgy Boy. However, he had completely lost himself to malfestation, and his now unfelt strength was incredible. He was as strong as when he defeated Asshole, and even stronger. I would have been foolish to try and overpower him. Should I seek the help of the Evolve organization? No. There was another I should find first. Zalsamal. He taught me how to become strong enough to bring down Asshole. He knows a way to defeat Edgy... that. Strong enough to bring he may know of a way to face Edgy Boy's might. Though I hate to leave Edgy Boy like this, I decided to search for Zalsamal. It was no small feat trying to track down the scythe-wielding sage, but I somehow managed to locate him in the Ostenburg.
What do you want?
I explained how I'd found Edgy Boy, but needed to know how to defeat him.
Mon was of great interest to me, despite his connection to the Evolve organization. You need not do anything for him. He's lost all control and rampages like a mad bull. Though he has incredible strength now, it will wait in time. When the last drop drains from him, death will claim his soul.
I told Zalsamal how I promised to kill Edgy Boy should he turn. After a brief pause, Zalsamal spoke.
The sword you used to kill Asshole may be able to strike down your malfested friend too. Can you still sense the sword?
I closed my eyes and concentrated. It was faint, but the blade still called out to me.
You may still be able to summon it, however. Your task will not be easy, and again, you already knew that. This time you may have to sacrifice a good portion of your remaining life to maintain the sword. And if you fail, well, you will very likely perish, so think hard before you act.
Death is just Tuesday for me. Told him I'd fight Edgy Boy whatever the cost.
Those of limited lifetimes often behave in strange ways. Very well, do as you please.
I will!
In the blink of an eye.
In the blink of an eye, Zalsamal disappeared. Suppose he was finished with me for now. Before I faced down Edgy Boy, I decided once again pay a visit to the Vol organization base. I had no intention for asking for help, but I thought I should explain my intention.
So he has become one of them.
Natalie looked conflicted.
While information on the Black Demon is still scarce, reports are beginning to flow in more regularly. The high-ups will notice soon. When she left to tell our superiors about you as part of our reports on the Black Demon, they declare Edgy Boy an outsider. Val will send agents to see him dead. Even it's true that he will ultimately fade and die.
When I told Natalie I wished to defeat Edgy Boy myself, she grew quiet for a moment.
My opinion has not changed. He has suffered for the sake of his duty and deserves not a miserable existence, but the quiet and peace of death. But I do not mean to imply that I should be me who does the deed.
That's a 180 from last time. Though Natalie would not say the words, I knew what she meant, and as I moved to leave, she called out to me.
Edgelord, save Edgy Boy.
I told her I'd fulfill my promise to Edgy Boy and made my exit. Resolution? You know what? I'm gonna feed one of you guys to him just for fun. I returned to the snowy fields where I encountered Edgy Boy. My weapon ready, I scoured the area in high hopes of finding my opponent before he found me. Fortunately, he was not so easy to track down. But perhaps Edgy Boy had sensed that I was looking for him. He found me before the sun set. Blah. I could feel his madness, his bloodlust. There was nothing left of the noble man I once knew. This time for words was over. Playtime is over.
Battle 1. Fight!
Well, I'm glad you did something before you got your ass handed to you. Thank you for making him use one of those so he can't use it on me. It's nothing personal. I just wanted to use you like a sacrificial lamb. But yeah, you softened him up for me, so I got this.
Battle 1. Fight!
That was close.
Battle 2. Fight!
I don't really know what happened there with the grayscale, but that freaked me out.
Fight!
Working on it. Okay. Definitely started doing better as the fight went on.
Forgive me.
Nah. Huh. I can't feel sort of fleeting feeling, if you know what I mean. Like I've officially accomplished what I've set out to do, and my time here will be ending shortly. You know, I've enjoyed not being able to feel hot or cold. I'm gonna enjoy. What am I saying? I might end up. Well, as I take some time to reflect on my decisions that have brought me to this location.
Your soul surges in your body.
When the deed done, I return to the All Organization's base.
Thank you, Edgelord, for saving him.
I cannot say I wanted things to turn out this way. It's for the best.
All I could say was that I had fulfilled my promise.
The organization has still not decided how to view this matter, but in time, I'm confident they will judge his actions as correct. I will see to that myself.
We'll carry on our duties in Sir Edgy Boy's stead, keeping all he stood for in our hearts and minds.
Hearing them speak highly of Edgelord reminded me how valued he was to so many.
And you are the type of person who does what needs to be done. I respect that.
Her words made me feel slightly uncomfortable. It's merely following. Yeah, I still have one of those.
We may require your assistance again. When the time comes, I hope, may once again fight side by side.
I responded with a nod. It seemed my connection to the Eval organization would not be severed just yet. I vowed to fight on so that Edgy Boy's efforts were not in vain. It occurred to me that everything I had done would remain one of history's forgotten secrets. However, all I'd ever done was what I felt was right. And who knows, perhaps the journeys and great deeds of our nameless warriors would be passed down as myths and legends, live on for the rest of time. For the first time in what seemed like forever, I thought of the future. Well, I believe it's time that I set my head down for rest. Presumably, for the last time in this boring-ass world.